Yeah, back again in the building, do you hear me? And we are having a phenomenal time today, just taking a walk. How are you all doing today? Me, I am absolutely fabulous. I'm gonna get over here in some of this great sunlight in a hot second. It's all around, but I'm trying to give you a nice, perspective of my face, so it's not like I'm in the dark. Okay, yeah, I couldn't get that word out. I got stuck on that. Yeah, I got to take a walk today, but you got to be careful out here walking here in the streets in Chicago, because they're crazy, But see, while people be out here doing crazy things, I be doing other things. A prime example of that would be last night. I was going to do a live last night where I was at, but decided not to. I was enjoying myself with some figure skating. Yeah, St. Louis at the Enterprise Center. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Where you had skaters from Chicago like Lorenzo Ilano, Jason Brown from Highland Park. You had Goku, what's his name? Endo from LA. You had Maximum, of course, okay? Maximo did his thing. But when it got to Ilya Milanin, it was over. Everybody in the chat room, I want to say thank you all for being here. Yeah, it's a fantastic day. And if you're not having a fantastic day, shame on you. Let no one take your joy. Let no one take your joy. Not today. Yeah, I know I'm running late on this live, but it's going to be very busy today. I'm working on all 4 channels today. It's going to be very, very good. But anyway, here I am, you all, in the sun. Okay, maybe I can sit down for a minute. Is that better? Yeah, that looks about better. Yeah. And for everybody in the chat room, I want to say thank you for being here, because you could have been doing something else with someone else, but you decided to stop by to see what we had to say. And first on the list is that somebody got shot and killed over there last night on the south side on 58th and Western at that KFC, sitting inside of a pickup truck. Now, according to the police report, they say that it was some gang members, but it was a 40-year-old, a 22-year-old, and a 19-year-old. The 19-year-old, they cut his TV off instantly, shot him multiple times, dead. One man was found. That was a 41-year-old man. He was found at a coffee shop down the street. Yeah, but he was shot too. But only one dead. Hey, what's going on out there? Jenny Garcia. Josu H.A. Thanks for being here. What you doing? Out here working, man. Out here working, man. Working to do some material on my channels. Today I'm going to be very, very busy. But I did want to drop by, because we got some later things going on tomorrow night. Well, tonight, okay? Yeah, we got some things going on tonight, but this Chicago thing, this violence has got to stop. We have people around the planet that is already against us. We, just being American citizens, already have American against us. It's like America against America right now, especially with all these ICE agents and whatnot, They boring people, not caring about Americans. But needless to say, not only did they shoot that girl in Minnesota, Renee Nicole Good, they shot and killed. They shot 2 more people. They didn't kill them. They shot 2 more people in Portland, Oregon. But this time, they say that, it's justified again, and that these people were actually illegals, that they were targeting, and according to the reports, the illegals, husband and wife, tried to use their vehicle as a weapon and run over, the ICE agent, and he fired a warning shot. But if it's a warning shot, how did they get shot? How did both of them get shot if he only shot 1 warning shot? I'm kind of confused with that, y'all. Y'all may want to help me out on the math of that, okay? I've already tried to figure that out, okay? He fires a warning shot, but both of them are shot. Now, they say that the husband was a part of some prostitution ring with the trendy Aruga Venezuelan gang that they was having out there in Portland, Oregon. So if that is the case, they deserve to be got, okay? They deserve to be got. But they didn't have, they deserve to be got. If they use a vehicle, I mean, why would they do that when they already seen what happened over there in Minnesota? I'm going to tell y'all something. If you are out there, American citizen or not, okay, if you know that you going through an ICE agent check, don't go that way. Don't go that way. You understand? Save your life. Save yourself some time from dealing with the cops and everything. If you're going in a route on the street and there's ICE agents there, don't go that way. I'm sure you can find out where the ICE agents are at, in your city and state. You don't have to encounter them. They don't have to see you. If they already know who they're targeting, let them target them, not you. Oh, well, you mean to tell me not to go outside? No, I'm not saying don't go outside. Go where you want to go. But if they over that way, don't go. And besides, I know that the ICE agents are arresting American citizens. I know that. They did that all in Chicago, okay? I know that. And if you're an ICE agent, you understand what you're doing and why you're doing it, okay? And if you are armed as a citizen, with the knowledge that I'm armed with in regards to ICE agents, why even be bothered with them, man? Why even be bothered with them? Why do you give them something to do? I'm just saying. Go the other way. Don't nobody want to die today. Don't nobody want to get shot today. Go the other way. And if you protesting, don't be protesting for the immigrants, the illegal people. Don't be protesting for them. Protest about something for yourself, okay? Protest about something for yourself. Yeah, Portland, Oregon. I don't care what part of the city or state that you're in America. If they not looking for you, save yourself some time and energy and stay away from them. Now, if you just happen to run upon them, well, I'm sorry about that. But other than that, stay away from them as far as possible. Your family may be grieving because you decided to go in the route where ICE is at. I'm just saying. Don't go that way. Now, they say that the shooting was justified in Oregon. Great, just stay out their way, man. And I'm going to leave all that alone. Just stay out their way, and I'm going to leave all that alone. And you should too, if it don't apply to you. And you should too, if it don't apply to you. Basically saying, mind your business. Mind your business. If they ain't looking for you, don't give them no action. Don't give them a chance to give you any action that you don't want, because you're going to lose, okay? Sorry about that. Now, I had started off with a story about that, shooting over there in Gage Park on 58th and Western at the KFC, But there's some greatness here in Chicago. Have you all heard of the Super Centennials? Yeah, have you heard of the Super Centennials? Yeah. What's that lady's name? Edith Renfro. Edith Winfro. What's her last name? She was 111 years old. What's her name? Come on, come to me. Edith Winfro Smith. Okay. Is that better? Edith Winfro Smith. Okay. 111 years old. Born in Iowa. Her parents were slaves. 1937, she graduated from this college called Grinnell College that was in Iowa. It was 11 families out of 55 families at that time in Iowa when she was born. But she was the 11th person. She was the 11th person in America as an African American to have graduated from college. I'm just saying. And she moved to Chicago, helped inspire a lot of people. A lot of people being a super centennial. And she was known for her age and her memory. Age and memory. She was a school teacher. She was an activist. And she helped a lot of people. So if you don't know who she is, go look her up. Shouts out, R.I.P. to Edith Renfro Smith, 111 years old, okay? And if you live on the, I would say going northwest, like in Morton Grove, right outside of Evanston and Niles, If you go to Morton Grove, there's this gym that's there, the Steel Fitness Gym. But the owners of the Steel Fitness Gym is dead. That's right. Boris and Christina Jovis. Dead. But they wasn't in Illinois dead or found dead in Illinois. No, they were over there in Aruba. At the St. Regis Resort, where Boris jumped from the highest floor of the resort and plunged all the way down to his death. Damn. Insane. And his wife, Christina, who was initially from the Philippines, that's where she's from, but she's here in the country, and her and her husband own a business, but she was in the hotel room at the St. Regis Resort, dead. And they had a nice, healthy donut shop. You can go get you some healthy donuts. Why would he jump and kill himself? And why is she dead? Did Boris kill his wife, left her in the room, and then decided to jump off the highest floor of the St. Regis Resort Hotel in Aruba? According to people that know them, they say that they were a beautiful couple. I mean, it looked like they had everything going on for them. But something wasn't right, obviously, when you go and off yourself. Cut off your own TV. What's wrong with the boy? Damn. What's wrong? I'm saying, you're living out there, wherever you're at, you're in Morton Grove. And you really don't hear about too much crime in Morton Grove at all. And it's a nice middle class area, got businesses. Were they really going under? Did they have financial problems? Was Boris himself in some business that he wasn't supposed to be in? I'm just saying. We don't know. But what we do know is that he offed himself by jumping off the roof on the highest floor in Aruba. We do know that. Shouts out for everybody out there. Justice for Renee Good. Who's out there? Mr. Aluz. Hartist said hi with the crown number 3. I thank you all for being here. What the fuck? Handsome Harry, bro. What it is? Handsome Harry, bro. Everybody in the chat room, I want to say thank you. Jennifer Garcia. Is that Joshu? Okay. I already got what the fuck. Okay. Yeah, I hear you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all, and I thank you all for encouraging me. And if this is your first time watching this channel, the best way to support this channel is smashing the subscribe button, hitting the notification bell, the word all, the like, and the share. That helps ensure that you will get notifications when I upload videos on YOUTUBE. Also, tell your friends and family, tell your coworkers about this channel. Support this channel. Getting back to the story, okay? But we want to thank you all for being here. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. Yes, justice for Renee Nicole Good. Now, Speaking of her, since you all brought her up in the comment section, I mean in the chat room, the ICE agent who shot and killed her, according to the reports, say that he was in another altercation this June, past June, meaning last June, whereas he almost got ran over. Okay, but he didn't get ran over. No, they say he was dragged. They say he was dragged by a car. Okay, well, if he was dragged by a car, he had continued to hold on to the handle of the car. He could have let the car go and not be drugged or not have been dragged. Would you all agree? If you holding on to something and the car is moving, you holding on to the vehicle. If you let the vehicle go, you won't be dragged. You understand what I'm saying? Is it that serious? Obviously, it was because as Renee Nicole Good was trying to go around him, she saw him and he was standing in her way. He purposely stood there. But you see how she steered her car, you know? She steered her car to go around him. And unfortunately, you know, the whole world saw the video. There's no need for me to, you know, rehash the video. Okay? It's there. Go see it. And y'all know that they were wrong, okay? Y'all know that, and they know that they were wrong about all of that. Yeah, they was wrong. I got a message here for review. Hey, what's going on, Rip Dead? Rip Dead, shouts out to Rip Dead. You got Caitlin. Hey, you got Caitlin. Shouts out to hey, you got Caitlin. Yeah, shouts out to Mr. Aluz. Justice for Renee, that's what it is. Shouts out to everybody in the chat room. But, you know, some people say that Renee was an agitator. Now, what I want to know is, why was her car parked the way that it was parked? Okay. That's what I want to know. You can clearly see in the video that someone went right around her in a whole nother vehicle, and she wasn't going in the direction in which traffic was moving. It was like more she was in a horizontal position in a vehicle. Why was she going horizontal on the street that's going totally the opposite way, not going towards the flow of traffic? That's what I want to know. Now, Trump said that she was being disorderly, okay? It's not funny, but you gotta laugh sometime to stop from crying, or to add some humor to this whole equation. This whole equation could have been avoided. This whole equation could have been avoided. Does anybody out there know why that lady was parked the opposite way, you know, horizontally when traffic is going vertically? Can anybody answer that question for me? And who we got out there? John Freakman. Yo, are you homeless? Hey, man, what do you think, okay? I'm going to let you think what you want to think. Ninja, are you homeless? See, he be in room. Brain dead, human not. Free R. Kelly. Did Trump great boys or girls? Okay, we got one of these agitators that's out there in the chat room. You want that much attention, man? I ain't gonna give it to you. I ain't gonna give it to you. But I do want to thank you, man, for being in the chat room. Mr. Agitator. Was Renee an agitator? That's what we got to question, you all. Now, if she wasn't an agitator, that's the only question that I really have, because had not she been... Wait a minute. Hold on for a second, you all. Give me a hot second, okay? Now, yeah, I'm back. Now, that's the question, okay? If Renee wasn't an agitator, or if she wasn't being disorderly, that's the question I gotta ask. Can anybody answer that? Yes, she was trying to pull out. Think she came out of a driveway. Okay, now that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you all for clearing that up for me, because on that street you have homes and they do have driveways there. So yeah, I can see she's coming from a drive. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Okay, so they was in front of where she was at. Okay. Okay. And even if she was an agitator, let's say she wasn't coming out of a driveway, it still could have been handled differently. She did not have to lose her life. She did not have to lose her life. Now, those people that's over there in Portland, Oregon, they were illegals. They were undocumented people. According to even the Portland, Oregon police, they was, Trinidad Aruga prostitution ring. Okay, they got what they had coming, okay? However, I still want to question, if the ICE agent gave a warning shot, how did they get shot? Isn't a warning shot like poof, like in the air or something, or in a tire, and like freeze? But they injured, okay, and they're at the hospital, and they going to jail, and whatever else, okay? Maybe they'll end up in alligator Alcatraz. I'm just saying, okay? But hey, something else that's going on. Donald Trump, okay? He's been doing a lot of things lately, okay? Besides taking other countries. Now, he say that they won't be able to go back to the normal, meaning it won't be a normal for years. At least 18 months, but I'm sure it's going to be some years that the U.S. is going to be running Venezuela. It's a hostile takeover. That's it. Just like China is going to do a hostile takeover on Taiwan. You know what I'm saying? Just like Russia is trying to take a hostile takeover of the UK. You understand? War all over the place, right? And somebody always want to take somebody else's shit. So it's just not Donald Trump, okay? It's Donald Trump. It's Mr. China over there, and who else we say? Mr. Putin, Mr. Russia man over there, and if I'm not mistaken, you got Mr. North Korean over here too, okay? Yeah, the foreign minister, yeah, over there, yeah. Everybody trying to take something, even Chinese over there in Africa. Everybody in Africa trying to take something, trying to take somebody's resources, so that what? You don't want them people to live? You don't want them people to have a domestic life of their own culture? You just want to rule them in their own country after you stealing from them. You come in and you take everything from them, destabilize them, and you want them to welcome you there. Or you want them to, Like, okay, just gonna take it over. We don't care. We'll bow down to you. Not concerned about how people think about nothing at all, and God ain't got nothing to do with none of this, because it's all satanic. It's all satanic. Okay? Yeah. Who we got out here? Ice, baby. Keyboard warrior. Shouts out to keyboard warrior. He said ice, baby. Oh, funny one. Yeah, back in the day, Vanilla Ice. Who we got here? We got lazy journalists. Next, they will be going in people's houses taking food, and that is legal to do. Look it up. Damn. What? Did y'all just hear what lazy journalist said? Do y'all think that that is credible? Can anybody look that up? Can anybody verify what he's saying right now? Because I'm going to look. I got to remember to look that up. Damn. They going to go in your house and get your food. And then, well, I guess they do that now when they have raids, you know. When the police have raids, you know, and they go in and it's all fancy food there. You think those cops don't eat some of that food? You serious? Or do you don't think they take money? Hey, I was on this video the other day, speaking of cops, right? I was on this video the other day, and he said that all of the cops in the U.S. are liars. You know why? Because he was a cop. But we'll get to that in a minute. I just had to throw that in. But back to Trump, right? There's a lot of things that I don't like that Trump has done and is continuously still doing. But I do like that he's getting these immigrants out the country. Now that I can agree with. The illegals got to go. All the bad illegals, you just got to go. You can't show me no proof of who you are. You got to go. But I do disagree with how federal agents are handling American citizens, okay? Now, Donald Trump has got another ace up his sleeve because he is working to denaturalization. He's starting the process of denaturalization of citizens, meaning foreign citizens who were born here. Yeah, he's working on, his administration is right on top of that right now. And what qualifies you to be denaturalized or denaturalization of a citizen? What causes you to be that way? Anti-U.S. government. Anti-U.S. government. If you are a liar in your paperwork, yeah, that is a cause for denaturalization as a citizen here in this country. Yeah. So if you like those Somalian people that's in Minnesota, or you're a Haitian person and your pass has expired, if you're a Venezuelan, a Guatemalan, whoever and wherever you're from, okay? If you ain't from here, okay? If you ain't from here, you need to go and hide. Go hide, or, turn yourself in and get some money, because Donald Trump say he'll give you some money to leave. Go get some money and leave. And that way, it's a great possibility that you won't be detained in one of those concentration camps, that they call ICE detention centers, okay? And it can also help spare your life. If you're one of those people who want to use your car as a weapon against ICE agents. I don't like them either. But I know that I'm not going where they at. I'm not going where they're at, okay? They ain't looking for me. So why should I be looking for them? You see the science in that? It's simple. Stay away. If they got your home and you're an illegal immigrant, or if you live in a complex like those people here on the south side of Chicago, and they got, over there on South Shore Drive, and they got their whole complex taken over, and y'all know y'all got them people that stay there. I mean, y'all should have turned them people in. Y'all should have called you understand? And y'all should have gave them the apartment numbers on where them people at, okay? Yeah, if you got to be a snitch that way, be a snitch, because you'll save your own life. You'll save you, your family, your sister, your mama, whoever live in that complex or whoever lives in that home. If you know them people was nearby, snitch on them. Because if you don't, there's a great chance that they're going to invade where you live at. Okay? Screw that. You look for me. Who was that? Everybody with a foreign accent. Disgusting. Damn Trump. Hey, it is what it is, okay? And ain't nothing we can do about it, And it seems to me that the Congress, they don't want to do nothing about it either, okay? So hey, man. Hey, we just have to deal with this the best way that we can, okay? We have to deal with this the best way that we can. And just from being a black man in America, I think that the immigrants should study our history, okay? I think the immigrants should study black people history here in America. And why I say that? Because when black people had to run and hide for their freedom, they hid. Hey, I'm saying, so, maybe y'all want to pass along that information to them, okay? Something, dig a hole in the ground. Well, I don't know, But if they stay next door to you, go snitch on them. Yeah, you better tell them people exactly. Now, you can't tell the cops. See, that's the thing. You can't tell the cops because the cops is not involved in this thing, okay? Cops are not helping ICE agents. But if you can help ICE agents from showing up at your door, I'm just saying, do the wise thing, okay? And what is the right time to do the right thing? Right now. It's always a right now to do the right thing at the right time. Right now. You ain't got to wait and think about it. Do it right now. If it's the right thing to do it right now. Save yourself. Okay? Now, moving right along to law enforcement, seeing that we talk about ICE agents. We're talking about city and state police, okay? Law enforcement, the cops, the fuzz, okay? Now, you know that normally when you have a traffic stop by a cop, right? Who we got out there? KFC running the game, McDonald's, Burger King, KFC running the game. What you rate? What you rate KFC? I don't even go to KFC. I haven't been to KFC in so long, man. KFC sucks, okay? It sucks right now. And not to mention the fact that people who work at these fast food restaurants, they don't care about cooking. Back in the day, you had people who cared about their job. They cared about how they served people. Not today. It's not even worth going if you really don't have to go. Cook your own food. Save yourself some money and stop being lazy. And there's a great chance that you can live a little bit longer because you'll be eating more real food than the fast food that they got out here at McDonald's, okay? And Burger King and KFC. But KFC got the bomb on the coleslaw, okay? KFC got the bomb on the coleslaw. Always has been, you know, like Coleman's. You all remember Coleman's back in the day? Coleman's, you know, chicken and wings and ribs and all that stuff back in the day on the west side here in Chicago. Colton has some good coleslaw too now. Yeah. Uncle Remus ain't all that hot, okay? But anyway, moving right along to the police, right? When the police stop you for a traffic stop, make sure you know your rights, okay? Make sure you know your rights. You know, if they want to give you some free money, let them give you some free money. But don't put yourself out there, okay? Let them give you some free money if they want to give you some free money. But here's the thing. When they stop you today for a traffic stop, they have this app, software called Palantir. Okay? Palantir. Now you like, what is that? Palantir Technologies is what it is. When a cop pulls you over right now, they can use that software, Palantir, and look at your bank account. What? And look at your bank account, how much money you got in your checkings, how much money you got in your savings, how much you have transacted money. Cops have access to that right now. Wow. Whew. Did y'all hear what I said? And y'all still talking about coleslaw. Did you just hear what I said about the cops? And what they can do to you? And what privacy you don't have anymore? That's too much information. You know how they said in that movie Malcolm X, when Malcolm X did like this, you know, with his finger, you know, go that way. And the police said, that's too much power for one man. That's too much power for the police to have. That's too much power for the police to have. You give them a badge, you give them a gun, and now you give them access to your bank accounts? This is getting scary, you all. This is getting scary, straight up. Yeah, Palantir is scary shit. Yeah, that's some scary shit. This shit is getting real scary out here. And was it Pam Bondi who told people to get ready for digital ID? You gonna get down, meaning lay down, or left out? You're gonna be left out if you don't participate in this digital ID. Now, I know that the other brother from Florida been speaking about this for a minute. You know, Duck been speaking about this for a minute. And it's coming true. And it's coming true. Are you going to leave America? Is it true that they can't see your bank account? That, man, it is a violation of the Fourth Amendment. But this is what the Palantir app does. I'm serious. Look it up right now. Somebody go look that up right now. We already got one person who knew exactly what I was talking about. And that was Knowles Bradford. Shouts out to Knowles Bradford. Shots. Yeah, we back, you all. Okay, sorry about that. That was a, you know, wow. Yeah, but we still here. Richard Pictures, DJ Pawn E. Obviously gifted. Palantir uses facial recognition software They've also purchased stakes in every camera company there is out there, and soon will own every camera company. Damn! Did y'all just hear what obviously Gifted just said to you all? That Palantir Technologies is buying all cameras? Damn. Hey, it's getting real scary out here. I think we all need to go hide. It's getting real scary out here. Yeah. U.S. citizens are going to have to go hide. It's outrageous. Oh, yeah. Did this man vote for Trump? Who voted? Who? Me? I didn't vote for Trump, man. And I'm not voting for Palantir Technologies either. I'm not voting for them either, okay? LOL, thought Palantir shut you down. Yeah, somebody tried to shut me down straight up. But that's real talk, you all. That's real talk. So, you know, be careful. To be aware is to be alive. And just think, you may not be able to eat if you don't have that digital ID that they're coming out with. You might not be able to purchase nothing because the digital ID, they're moving closer to the mark of the beast. Moving closer. See, right now we're walking Wi-Fi sticks, okay? We're walking Wi-Fi sticks right now. They know where you're at, what you're doing. If you got a cell phone and you got a YouTube channel, you know, they got you. Yeah. Are we going to have to stay off the grid, okay? Are we going to have to stay off the grid to live a private life? Are many people ready for that? Are many people ready for that? Yeah, you see that up there? Look at that flag. Yeah, we're in America. North America. Make it great again. Making it great again. Meaning that we all is going to be slaves. Going to be under a dictatorship. The Donald Trump dictatorship. Okay. This is where we're headed, like for real. Kevin Rogers, what's up, man? Comic Candies, what's up? Battering will be the way to survive. Damn. Did y'all see that in the comment section? Battering will be the way to survive. I mean bartering. Not battering, bartering. Yes, that's how we're going to have to do. We're going to have to barter. That's how it all started. Bartering system. Because people going to eat. And for those people who are off grid, when this really explodes and it goes down, there are some people you're going to have to lose communication with because you're not going to be able to trust people. You can't trust people right now. So just think when that goes down, because you know they're going to have their spies and their agents that's going to try to break up your private party, your private bartering system. They're going to try to raid that too and take your food. I'm just saying. Yeah. Yeah, bartering. And I want to tell you something. Don't leave you all with something else. Have you all heard of qualified exemption? Have you all heard of qualified exemption? You know, like, that means how the ICE agents can shoot you, kill you, and get away with it. Yeah. You pay them to kill you. You pay them to harass you. You know, and this is what we're doing right now with law enforcement. We are paying them to harass us. Y'all think about that. Pay for your own death. You know, like you're smoking a pack of cigarettes. Paying for your own death. You paying the cops to beat you. You paying the cops to stop you and look at your bank account. Damn. Did y'all hear me? Yeah, y'all gotta get, yeah, that's right. You gotta pay the cops to stop you to look at your bank account. What type of power are we giving these people? Now, does that mean we're going to have to take all our money out the bank? Does that mean that you're going to have to, you know, take your money out the bank and put it in a, you know, one of them cans or a safe you got at home or a safe you got buried in your floor somewhere so that they won't know all of what you're doing right now? Yeah, obviously gifted. What if you have nothing? What if you have... Who's that out there? He said, lazy journalist said, what if you have nothing in it? Hey, if you have nothing in it, you got nothing to worry about, but maybe you do. I mean, it's sad because they know what ticket they can afford to give you. They really don't care right now. So it's my guess that they'll just come up with all of these tickets to write because of the amount of money that you have in your bank account. That's scary shit, man. Come on, you know they ain't right no way, okay? You know they ain't right, you know what I'm saying? I got cops in my family, okay? And I know the information, okay? And I know the law, okay? And I'm not waiting to get no free money. But if it happens, know your rights. Know your rights. And don't be stupid. When you get out of your car, I'm going to give you another key here, okay? When you're in your car and you have done nothing wrong and the police say, give me your license. Did you commit a crime? Or are you in the process of committing a crime? No, you don't have to give them your driver's license. That's LAW, law. That's law. And if they ask you to get out your car, if they ask you to get out your car and you did nothing wrong, you have the right to exercise your right to not get out your car. You have the right to exercise your right to not get out of the car, because when you get out of the car, you just gave up your right. You hear me? When you get out that car, you just gave up your right for them to do anything to you and place anything in your vehicle. Now, I know that you may get scared, okay? You may get scared. Stand your ground. If they want to give you some free money, let them give you some free money, okay? If you stop, you got a right to obey the law. Yeah, y'all know what's coming. Who's that out there? Obviously gifted. That's what's up. Like I said, know your rights. I didn't know the definition of freedom was obey. This is what I'm saying. Y'all, total control. Total control, do you hear me? But know your rights. You do not have to get out that car if you didn't do nothing wrong. They supposed to write you a ticket. You ask the officer, am I being detained? When they start asking you questions, you don't have to answer them. You can say, where's my lawyer? That's it. That's it. You don't have to tell them where you coming from or nothing. If you ain't did nothing, if they catch you in the act, they got you. That means they saw you do what you did and they pulled you over, okay? They saw you do that. But if you ain't did nothing, you have to lose the fear of what's going to happen, because you got some rights. Because law enforcement, half of them don't even know the law. They just abuse their power with a gun and a badge and racism. Gun, badge, and racism. But you too can use your gun, which is God, universe, and nature. Meaning common sense. Know the law. Know the law. Because many police out here don't know the law that they're trying to arrest you on. But they do know that law. It's called fraud law. It's called racism. It's called profiling. It's called bigotry. That's what law that is for a lot of law enforcement out here today. Facts. You can take it or leave it. Not even up for debate. Okay? In some states, it's different. Judge ruled that in some states, when you get out of your car, when you get out, lock your door. Hey, that keeps them from putting anything in your car. But if they beat you to death already, okay, they can take your keys and still put something in your car. Hey, you know how they turn those cameras off? You know how they turn those cameras off. So, if you can, get you a camera in your own car. I got one and ain't even plugged mine up yet, okay? But in one of my cars, I do have a camera. So, no, I'm not homeless, okay? To that agitator that was out there, okay? Yeah. Me out there, resistance cult, come. Hey, it's a cult, straight up, you know? It's a cult. 100. You all be careful out there, because they not playing today. And they don't care what color you are. Renee Good was a great example of how anybody can get it. Sad, but true. Y'all remember that? Qualified immunity. All right? I got some channels to work on. I'm working on all 4 channels. I got to figure out what I'm doing with this 4th channel today. Got to figure it out. I'm either going to have it or I'm not going to have it. And I probably won't have it because I got plenty of work to do on 3 channels. But, you know, we'll see how it goes, okay? We got a lot of work to do today, you all. I want to thank you. And if this is your first time watching this channel, that's right. I ask that you share, like, and subscribe. Smash the share, like, and subscribe. And share the information with relatives, friends, your co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. And if you are into history, audiobooks, go over to my other channel, MOPOWERZ. Yeah, we got a lot of audiobook series over there. So if you're interested, go over there. One of them will not be up there, so I won't mention that one, because I may pull that one down and put it over here on this channel. But right now, audiobook series, historical information that you can use and apply to your life if you are a scientist, okay? Shouts out to KO. Black man of the Nile and his family. That is one of the most epic, most powerfulest book I've ever read. One of them. Black man of the Nile and the family. If you have not listened to that audiobook series, you get over there. THEMOSHOWCHICAGO, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. And check out that audiobook series. Stolen Legacy is over there right now. I might pull that one from that channel, remaster it, and place it over here. I'm working on that right now. Yeah. But the black man of the Nile and his family, when you internalize that information, there's a lot of things that would be clear, like crystal clear, in religion, whether it be Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Catholicism, black man of the Nile and his family. Also, another most powerful book I've ever read, The Destruction of Black Civilization. Got that audiobook series over there as well. We'll answer a lot of questions for you in regards to Egypt, aka Kemet, because Kemet is the original name. Egypt is the European name for it, okay? But it's Kemet. And when you go over there, internalize that audiobook series. It will make things crystal clear. Yeah. The Fall of America is over there. The Message to the Black Man of America is over there. From Babylon to Timbuktu is over there, which will make things crystal clear. Crystal clear. As a Man Thinketh is over there. The Destruction of Black Civilization, which I mentioned. The Demonology of King James, okay? It's over there. The Demonology of King James. Gets kind of wicked and creepy over there, but that's a good audiobook series as well. You have the chronological order from alchemy to Wicca on that channel as well. You have the miseducation of the Negro over there as well. You have the World 16 Crucified Saviors over there, which will help make some things crystal clear to you in regards to religion. Just go over there. And if you are into traveling, if you like to travel a lot, let me take you to the Georgia Guidestones over there, MOPOWERZ. Let me take you to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Museum, MOPOWERZ. Let me take you to the NFL Hall of Fame over there, MOPOWERZ. Let me take you to the Black Holocaust Museum in Milwaukee. Mo Powers, get yourself over there. Let's go to the National Civil Rights Museum in Memphis. Get yourself over there. If you want to see what the Mo Pop Museum looks like in Seattle, Washington, get yourself over there. If you want to know what West Palm Beach shores look like, get yourself over there. If you want to know what the ley lines look like in Langley, Washington, where you got to take the ferry, get yourself over there. Yes, the ley lines. If you've never been, you have to go. They got some ley lines in Arizona as well. Okay? In Sedona. They got ley lines in Sedona. I've been to Sedona. They got some in Portland, Oregon. Not Portland, Oregon, but in the state of Oregon that I'm looking to get to. Those vortexes are more powerful in Oregon than the ones that are in Langley, Washington. And the ones that is in Langley, Washington, whew, powerful. So I can't wait to explore that particular ley line event and vortexes in Oregon. Yes, we're going to take you there. Yeah. But you can also take a ride with me to the Garden of 1,000 Buddhas on Mo Powers. Get yourself over there. That is in the state of Montana. You can take a ride with me to the Badlands in South Dakota. MOPOWERZ. Get yourself over there. We can take you to the Theodore Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota. Get yourself over there. Man, we be road tripping around here. You have one life to live. Live it, right? And if you have to hide, you're still traveling. Y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? Anyway, you all, that's my time for right now. We're having a great time. If you are into hip-hop, R&B, spoken word, comedy, Chicago, old school, hip-hop, gangster rap, go to my other channel, THEMOSHOW Classics. That's THEMOSHOW Classics. All one word, no space here on YOUTUBE. Huh? What we got out there? Don't let politicians gaslight you to fight in the streets. Yeah, you call your representative if you want to change the law. No, see, this is what Tim Walsh was talking about for those people that's out there in Minnesota. He was telling the citizens of Minneapolis, don't let the Trump administration with these ICE people bait you. What do y'all think about that? I'm just going through the comments here. Obviously gifted. Hard rocker must be about licking. Give suck up. Boot licking, okay. Hard rocker must be a boot licker. Give suck up, okay. She stalked the agents all day, bro. Wake up. Hey, y'all talking about hey, hard rocker. Hard rocker, you talking about Renee? You talking about Renee? Well, she's stalking them what? I mean, like, in what way? How is she stalking them? Anybody? Can anybody verify what Hard Rocker is talking about? Shouts out to Hard Rocker, okay? Shouts out to Hard Rocker. Can anybody justify what Hard Rocker is saying, you all? Anybody? Cameras are your best defense. I put these cameras in my truck, one in the front and one in the back. That's right. Cameras are your best defense. Going back to the police. Get that. And I appreciate you all for being here in the chat room, because you all could have been doing something else with someone else, even with your own self. But you decided to stop by to see what we had to say, and we absolutely thank you. We tip our hat to you for being here in this chat room, participating and not hating, because we appreciate you. Yeah, we don't hate on this channel. We just tell the truth on this channel, okay? Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Share the information. Like and subscribe. Share the information. Like and subscribe. Share the information, okay? We appreciate you out there. Knowles Bradford. Shouts out to Knowles Bradford. Hard Rocket. If that woman had been with her husband and not married to a woman, she'll be okay. Oh, damn. Shit. Hey, the man saying she was, she was a carpet muncher, okay? But what does being a carpet muncher got to do with being shot and killed by ICE? I'm just saying. Now, I understand the comedy in that, but that don't have nothing to do with her being dead, okay? Anybody out there else says that she was an agitator besides Hard Rocket? Anybody? She was verified. Catwalk. Shouts out to Catwalk out there. Shouts out to Carolyn Matthews, 2866. Hey, Carolyn, peace out to you. We thank you. We thank all of you all for being here. Can anybody, Catwalk says she was verified. She was She was verified in what way, Catwalk? She was verified as an antagonist? Is that what you saying? Because Hard Rocker says that she was an antagonizer. Anybody out there? Huh? Hey, more information will be released. It says both sides are Jewish. You know. Okay, they both Jewish. You know. Okay. I mean, anybody out there? But anyway, imagine trusting the tiny hats. So what? That's what I'm saying. So what? Who's it out there? Taylor, I'm with you on that. So what? She was Jewish. What does that mean? You know, I'm sort of lost for words with that one. Victay, they got you both fighting each other. Okay, it doesn't matter what she was. I don't care if she was a gay person. I don't care if she was a Jewish person. She could have been a Chinese person. You know, she could have been, she was a citizen, okay? She was a citizen of this country. And they could have shot her tires out, man. They didn't have to do that to her, man. They didn't have to do that to her, man. So once again, they telling you this is what's going to happen. But like I said, for me, you know, I got common sense here. ICE is not looking for me. I'm not going looking for them. If I know they're on that street over there, I'm going the other way. Even if I got to go around a whole nother two or three blocks, I'm not going where they at. Because we all know what they own. Okay? Bullshit. Or looking for a target. Okay? They're looking for a target. Okay? And I'm not going to be in their radar for them to make me their target. Okay? Straight up. You know? What American citizens at this time got time for that action? We too busy trying to keep our rent paid. We are too busy trying to keep food on our table. We too busy trying to pay these damn bills. Car notes, cell phone bills, cable. We ain't got no business out there messing with them ICE people. I ain't got time for that. I don't know about you. Make this year your year to not be caught up with the ICE nonsense. There's too much else that we can be doing. They got us out here living bad right now. They got us out here living bad right now. Do you hear me? Kids can't eat, you know. You got people that's on food stamps right now that may get cut off. We got, you know, we Americans got those problems to deal with, not ICE. If you out there and you getting food stamps, you got to meet these requirements now. Trump is putting smack down on people, okay? And even for veterans, okay? But there's a way for veterans to get out of the, you know, it's got to be done properly, you know? There's a will, there's a way. You just got to know which way and see if you qualify. Even if you don't want to go to work, you know, go to school. You might as well, you ain't doing nothing else, right? I'm just saying. That's what I would be doing. You want some free cheese? Go over there and go to school. And you ain't gotta do those work requirements. Just go to school. Go get involved in a drug and alcohol program. Yeah. And many of us need that for sure. Okay. Many of us need that for sure. Drug and alcohol program. And you can still get your stamps without going to work. You see what I'm saying? You disabled, you know, they already know that, you good. Yeah. But working to get food stamps, you might as well just go work. But who wants to work? For the pay that they giving you. You understand what I'm saying? Who wants to work today? We are barely making ends meet right now. People living paycheck to paycheck. Some people can't afford to take a day off right now. It's sad. It's sad. You got people here that's got jobs that don't even have unions. You know? It's crazy out here. We do not have time to be messing with those ICE people. You don't want them in your city and state? The governor can't even do nothing about that. So you most definitely can't do nothing about it. You don't want them there? Great. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Look how long ICE has been in Chicago. Look how long it's been in Ohio. You know, look how long it's been in LA, okay? And these people are not going nowhere. They're going to be in Minnesota still. They ain't leaving there either. Look how long they've been in Texas. They ain't going nowhere either. They not going nowhere. So all of your marching, all of your cry for the justice of illegal immigrants. What is wrong with y'all people out here? You can barely get by and have trouble being a citizen in this country with your own rights, and you're a citizen. And you worried about the rights for illegal citizen? Come on now. You better be worried about your own rights. You better be worried about your own rights, okay? And worry about the immigrants' rights later. I'm just I'm just saying. I think your family would appreciate you coming home. You know, I think your family would appreciate the fact that you are working to skillfully survive in this cesspool of madness that they got us living in. Versus going over there playing with ICE. That's right, playing with ICE. Who we got out there? Like and subscribe, by the way, you all. If this is your first time watching the channel, we ask that you subscribe, like, and share. Subscribing is the best way to support this channel. But if you're feeling generous, you can leave a super thanks, super chat, or you can join with the membership to the channel. That's entirely up to you. We know that people can't afford a couple of things right now. Everybody going through it, okay? But you can do one thing if you can't do nothing else, and that is smash the subscribe button and the like button. Subscribe, like, and share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. Who we got here? Vaz Victor. If you have the brain capacity, it's simple to understand. ICE is Jewish. Oh, wow. I don't know about that now. I don't know if ICE is Jewish. You know what I'm saying? And why do I say that? Because you have Latino people. You know, you have people of, Latin ethnicity that is on the ICE agent force, okay? You got American citizens. American citizens that's not Jewish, that's on the ICE force. So I disagree with you on that now. I highly disagree with you on that. And do you all know that they get a sign-on bonus? They get a sign-on bonus to mistreat you. Whew. Like I said, if you stay out of their way, you won't be mistreated by ICE. It's just that simple. If you stay out of ICE way, they won't mistreat you. Now, I know that they have run up in some businesses like they have here in Chicago and took citizens to jail. Even the WGN producer, they stripped her down to her underwear in the middle of the street in broad daylight. Yeah, ICE agents did that. Now, what was she doing in the street? From the reports back then, she was just going to work. Wrong place, wrong time, caught up. You know, if they're in your front, right, go out the back, okay? Yeah, if they're outside your front door, go out the back door, okay? I'm just saying, I don't want to be bothered with them. Yeah, I don't want to be bothered with them. ICE was established March 1st, 2003. Yeah, this is Trump's Gestapo. I agree. This is the new Gestapo. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. This is the new Gestapo. I most definitely. I said that the other night for real. I agree. And they even had citizens that's in Minneapolis. They had signs saying that they were, the Gestapo. Yeah. It's crazy. Until they start knocking on your door. Hey, yeah, when they start knocking on your door, go the other way. You ain't got to answer. I ain't answering nothing. I'm not expecting no guests today. You can just leave. You see what I'm saying? You can leave. You never know what these people gonna do. You never know what these people gonna do. You know when these people come around, you need to go get small. When these people come around, you need to go get real small. Okay? Yeah. What y'all say? Who out there? Irene Smitherin. Shouts out to you, Irene. Shouts out to you, Rodney. What's that? Ron Dury 76. Shouts out to you. I appreciate you here. Catwalk. They was established in 2003. Okay. Well, it's 2025 and 2026 because they got deployed in 2025 and it's 2026 now. And I guess they've been on reserve, okay? Or they've been in other countries somewhere, okay? But they weren't unleashed upon us until recently. You see? They wasn't released upon us, until recently. Unleashed, okay? Unleashed. Yeah, they off the chain right now. They off the chain right now. Y'all be careful in these streets. Yeah, they out here. Time to go back to work. Y'all enjoy the rest of the day. Yeah, I gotta get to work. I gotta get to work too. Y'all get them likes up. Let me get. There go that 30 again. I saw that 30. I'm like, where'd it go? It went down to 29, but it's back. But needless to say, I want to thank you all for being here because I got some work to do myself. Like I said, I'll be working on all 4 channels today. Be looking out. Subscribe to this channel. THEMOSHOW Classics. That's where I was at. All one word, no space here on YOUTUBE. Over there, we got Twister. We got Shauna. We got Mano. We got Mecca. We got Big Taz. We got Killer Bloodline. We got Chicago Street Clips. We got Diane Corder. We got Reggie Reg. We got Dion Cole. We got Durrell Banks. We got Shari. Get yourself over there. We got Official Business. We got Affiliated Fellas and a whole bunch of other people. NA on THEMOSHOW. Classics are one word, no space here on YOUTUBE. And if you are into Kung Fu, martial arts, snake style, tiger style, drunken style, mantis style, I think I'll keep that channel going. Go over to my other channel, Kung Fu Genius Space Kick Ass, here on YOUTUBE. And check out those joints. We got to do something about that channel, YouTube. So, let's, yeah. And so that you all see that I'm serious about this, I'm going to do something. I'm going to do a video for that channel. And maybe y'all have a different understanding then, okay? Until then, you all, will see you all later. It's your host with the most, Emma on THEMOSHOW, Chicago, where the execution of knowledge is power, but you have to apply it. And on your way out the door, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and the word all to help ensure that you get notifications when we upload videos here on YOUTUBE. Yeah, that's right. We thank you all. We tip our hat to you. And never ever give up on your DREAMS. We'll see you later. That's my time.